A very good afternoon once again for all viewers. We are coming to you live for match number 35 of this German Super League. USG Chemnitz take on the SG Einheit Hall. It's a 1:30 p.m. start, so I hope that all of our viewers watching from Germany might have had their lunch or might just be having their lunches for tuning in for this game as well. The coin was called correctly by the USG Chemnitz captain, and he has decided to have a bowl first here. The SG Einheit Hall, of course, looking forward to getting yet another victory today, as they did in the morning game against the very same side. And it is time now to introduce you to my colleague Piyush here as well. Piyush, as the countdown begins, what are your expectations from this game?
Well, a very good afternoon to everyone and also to you, Vansh. Well, expectations can't really say much because every single game has been so different. And the teams, well, at times they have played so well and times so poor. Can't really say much. The USG Chemnitz, well, once again, pretty much unchanged. And Abdul Basir, well, he is the most important of all the players for them. Once again, with the new ball, would be wanting to get some wickets in, and well, once again, he will be the key for the SG Einheit Hall, the opening batter, Hamid, and also, of course, I can't see his name out there. Pretty surprised. I think Nihal. Well, it will be interesting to see how do they open this innings and how do they face up against Abdul Basir, who is a very, very pacey bowler.
Here we go, first ball of the match. Oh, and he's bowled him. What a delivery! It swung back in sharply in the air. And that will be the first wicket of the afternoon for Abdul, who's been brilliant today and yesterday as well. SG Einheit Hall, none for one.
Well, that is an absolute peach, and that is what he does, Abdul Basir. And that is one way for him to announce himself. Well, that is exactly the reason why they have elected to field first. They want to give themselves a chance and have a look at if they can chase down a total. They did make a mess of it yesterday, but they can maybe rectify it because they have a very good bowling unit. As we see that delivery once again, well, a lot of pace once again. Even if it is a full toss, it's going right through. And the batter, well, he wanted to smash it with Rashad Ahmed, and he departs here for a golden duck.
First wicket down, then couldn't have been a better start for the USG Chemnitz side. And Nurullah, the batter, who has just walked in. It's been particularly an innings that he has been waiting to watch, that we've been waiting to watch from Nurullah as well. We've seen a few glimpses or few cameos from him, but now I think this is the time where he comes up with that innings that really matters for his side. Abdul might be high on confidence though, and he will be looking to go straight and full yet again. Here comes Abdul. Swung back in sharply once again. That is brilliant bowling from Abdul. And so far in this competition, Piyush, none of the batters have really found a way to tackle through Abdul.
Well, this is brilliant piece of bowling, and well, that is what you would expect from him as well.
Here comes Abdul again, bowling to Nurullah. Oh, that's a brilliant delivery, but it's missing the leg stump. And I think it was really jamming in to his pads as well. So he had no other option but to play that delivery. This is excessive swing from Abdul at the moment, and I think he must find a way to tackle that swing to some good effect and try and pick up a few wickets by hitting the stumps.
Well, I just do not know how do the batters try and get some runs up against him. Once again, it was a low full toss, but it has been bowled at such pace, it's very difficult to get underneath it. And another dot delivery. Well, every single delivery so far has been more than 140 kilometers an hour. Well, this time it shoots up off the surface. We have seen that before in this tournament, and that one will be called a wide, an overhead wide. So they open their account here, the SG Einheit Hall, and it's come in terms of a wide.
Well, that one, just trying to be a bit more adventurous with that delivery was Abdul.
Well, this time he's appealing for it. He cannot believe how has the finger not been raised, and Nurullah, well, he survives. What a delivery once again.
Well, I only think the inside edge can save him there, and the batter clearly showing it to the umpire. Might have been the faintest of inside edges onto that one. Otherwise, he was plumb in front. What a delivery. But Nurullah getting saved by just a whisker.
Well, no footwork at all, and you are going to struggle up against Abdul Basir. Last delivery of this first. Well, this time he has connected that one, but once again straight to the fielder. Brilliant over, brilliant start for the USG as they search for their first win in the GSL. At the end of the first, it's 1 for 1.
1 for 1 in one. Here comes Sangeet. Wide delivery, a wayward one, and it has somehow been saved by the fine leg fielder. And he was so happy that he got the ball that he forgot to release it and realized that there was a run out opportunity as well.
Well, they are all over the SGEH, aren't they? Every single delivery, you just feel that there's going to be a wicket, even of a wide, attempting a run out.
Here comes Sangeet. Swing and a miss once again. This is top class bowling from Sangeet. Really good stuff. Just the kind of overs that you need from your premier fast bowlers as well. Here comes Sangeet again. Oh, and he has decided to play the scoop behind the keeper. I don't think it's the right time to play the scoop, especially not the right length to do it either. It was a slower delivery, not much of pace on the ball as well. Nurullah is really struggling here, Piyush. None from seven. It is turning out to be a torrid innings from him. This time hits it on the onside for just a single, and he gets off the mark finally.
Well, yes, quite a few of those shots have been premeditated, and he has been struggling. Once again, a big appeal, and the umpire, well, he's not interested once again.
I think that one was missing the leg stump as well. There you go. Missing the leg stump. A good call by the umpire. The umpiring and the officiating in this tournament has been brilliant.
Well, this time picked up on the leg side, and well, it's gone away to the boundary. The first one of this innings for the SG Einheit Hall, and they would be hoping that it just kicks them on here.
Good start then. Really, really good start to this innings. What a brilliant piece of work this has been from the USG. This is only the first boundary in 11 balls. The SGEH, they have failed to start off in the right manner in the power play, but still an opportunity presents.
Well, once again, he goes long and he goes over the fielder inside the circle and over everybody in the end. Gets the six, the first one of this innings, 10 runs of the last two deliveries, and they have got the move on now. 14 for 1 at the end of the second.
Well, that's a top quality shot, this one. Freeing his arms, bowling it quite in that slot as well was Sangeet. Not the best of end to his over. Abdul, for surprise, is not bowling consecutively. He bowled it in the morning match, and I think the only possible reason why he's not bowling back to back overs is the fact that he needs more stability in the middle and the end over so that he can pitch in whenever required as well. Manish Tanda now into the attack. Swing and a miss from Nurullah.
Well, we have been saying that all day long throughout this German Super League. Swings and misses. A wild one, not even having a look at the ball there. Nurullah. He's on 1 of 9 and he's really struggling.
Manish once again. Just a false start, this one from Manish. But the trend of this day has been the fact that the teams that have been chasing have won. SG Einheit Hall chasing 98 more in the morning match, and Berliner Sportverein also chasing a similar total and comfortably as well from the two sides. So this time he's been caught inside the circle on the off. Failed to get down on that delivery, although he had taken it as a full toss. So mostly you can blame the batter there as to his shot selection was just wrong out there. But second wicket gone, and Manish Tanda gets into the wickets.
Actually, the reason why he's given the ball to Manish Kumar Nanda because he is a kind of a bowler who can take those wickets, and he has got one here inside this power play. And Nurullah, well, he was struggling, and it might be a blessing in disguise this for the SG Einheit Hall. He's departed here for 1 of 10 deliveries.
Bilal Usmani, the two batters out there are Bilal and Naeem. Plays that one. A bit of a yes and no direct hit, and he might have been gone, but he failed to even get a hold of that delivery. Did the fielder at covers. Sneaking in those singles now, the SGEH clearly shows they're in some trouble.
Well, they are in big trouble. 15 for 2, having their backs against the wall. And I think that is the reason why the USG have elected to field first. They've seen the trend. The chasing side have been winning it. So, just wanting to chase it this time. Meanwhile, Naeem has smashed that one away through the offside. That is an excellent shot. Four more runs for him. It feels as if he's batting on a different pitch out here.
Well, that's a top shot outside the off stump. Frees his arms. Very muscular shot on the offside. Naeem, 14 of 4, he played a brilliant knock in the first match as well that these two sides met, and he's just continuing off from where he left.
Well, 14 of 4, and the total score at the moment is 19 for 2 in 2.4 overs. That means the other two overs have produced only 5 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. And Naeem goes again. This time it's gone straight up in the air. This could be a chance for the fielder out there. I think he's taken it. Oh, yes, he has. That is an excellent catch. And there's the wicket that they were searching for.
Well, the wicket has come once again. Manish Nanda is really turning this match on its head. Couple of wickets in the first over, and he must be really pleased about this. There you go, trying for one shot, way too many. It's a good running catch in the end. It's a very tough catch that he's taken. Naim departs for 14 of 5, 19 for 3.
Well, that's another swing and a miss. Mohammad comes in at number 5 at the end of the third, 19 for 3. Mohammad Kumar Nanda once again amongst the wickets.
Drills that one on the offside. It's through the fielder as well. Should be looking to go for two if they run well and they decide against it. Don't really want any unnecessary runouts when they're already losing wickets. 20 for 3. Muhammad will now be on strike. Oh, it's a slower delivery. My word, he has completely deceived the batter. Sangeet with one of the best deliveries that we've seen in this tournament, and Muhammad was absolutely clueless, so clueless that he left that one.
Well, have you ever seen anything like this? Cleans him up, fourth one gone. And that is exactly the reason why Sangeet Udyan was continuing. What a delivery that is. Talk about deceiving the batter. He was so early into that shot, and a big smile on his face just turns around.
Sangeet once again bowling to the new batter Hamid. Hamid opened the innings last time. That's a wide down the leg side. That's a good delivery in the end as well, but just not the right line where he wanted to bowl. Sangeet bowling to Hamid. Hamid is particularly a batter who likes to play with the newer ball, and that's what he likes to do as well. Advance down the wicket, step out, and then apply some pressure on the bowler by dancing down the wicket.
Well, yes, he usually comes out to open the innings. This time he has demoted himself down the order, taking a bit more responsibility and, well, at the moment under a lot of pressure. Once again, the slower one, but he's picked that one up. It was the back of a hand delivery, and just having a watch at it closely and just picks it up on the leg side and in the gap as well. One bounce and over the rope, and he gets off the mark.
Good stuff this from Hamid. 4 of 2 now. His first boundary, he would really want to hit many more of those if they have to post a respectable total on the board. 25 runs only. They would want at least 80, 85 runs with the kind of situation that they're in right now.
Well, this time leaves that one alone. Well, another test match kind of a leave. Pretty unusual this.
I think, Piyush, the fact that Sangeet is very skiddy when it comes to bowling, and the release point, of course, very indifferent as compared to other bowlers, might just confuse the batters on a few occasions as well. This time, the leave turning out to be a productive one as a wide has been called.
Well, definitely. And I think he was hoping for the same on the previous occasion, but at times there's just no time to react for the batters. This time played away on the leg, on the offside, in the cap as well. The fielder will get across. Does well, get some support from his fielder who was inside the circle, and they take a couple of runs. Well, that will now be the end of the fourth. It's 28 for 4.
Three bowlers used so far: Abdul Basir, 1 for 1, and 1 for 22 for Sangeet Udayan. And then we have seen the other bowler as well. 1 for 22 for Sangeet, actually, who's completed his spell. Bilal 2 of 2, Hamid 6 of 4. They haven't really been able to construct partnerships. Sahith Reddy, the spinner. It's a brilliant ball actually from not the spinner, maybe the medium pacer, if we can call him that. He's bowling some good seam ups. Here comes Sahith. Oh, that's a wonderful delivery again. Just blocking that one out, Hamid. I think they can unsettle the bowler by going in front or maybe staying on the back foot as well. But for the moment, they're just deciding to read the pace at which Sahith Reddy wants to bowl. Fuller length this time. Has he cleared the fielder there? Yes, he has. That'll be a boundary. Very, very good batting from Hamid. As soon as he's come out, you can see that kind of intent that was missing.
Well, you do need that kind of intent. That is an excellent shot. And once again, a boundary. That one will be a wide. Well, that boundary just unsettles the bowler. How often have we seen that?
Absolutely. One boundary, and as a bowler, you just try to change your line length.
This time inside that guideline. Beautifully bowled. And now he targets the stumps, and Hamid is gone. Well, that is a big, big wicket because he holds the key, doesn't he? Usually in the innings of the SG Einheit Hall, and now they have lost half their side.
Well, it's a big wicket in the context of the game. We all know how dangerous Hamid can be with the bat. 10 runs of 8 deliveries has to depart SGI at all in a place of bother.
Well, in comes Abu Bakr at number 7. Well, his side is in big trouble here, and these two are the ones who can get them out of it. And he's bowled him. 2 and 2 for Sahit Reddy. What a delivery that is. Well, he was trying to stay low there, Abu Bakr. And this time he hits the top of off. My word, this innings is heading nowhere.
What a dismissal this one. Back to back bolts from the bowler. And Abu Bakr, who has just come in, can only face one delivery and he has to depart back. Let's have a look at it once again. I think it's his action, the way that he's bowling. As soon as he bowls, you can see the ball just rushing through to the batters as well from Sahith Reddy. I think Piyush, this might be the perfect opportunity to get in Abdul to bowl his second over because they're 34 for 6 at the moment. Another couple of wickets. I think probably the wicket of Bilal here would just restrict them to under even 60 runs.
I could not agree more with you, Vansh. And this is the moment where he should unleash himself. Another over where he can get maybe a couple of wickets. It will certainly be curtains for the SGEH.
Meanwhile, it's a short delivery, and I think he's played that one well for a maximum. Oh, what a good shot. Manish Nanda, 2 wickets in the first over, and he's been greeted with a maximum of his first.
Well, that's an excellent shot by Bilal Usmani. And well, the ploy once again to continue with Manish Kumananda hasn't quite worked out. As so often it has been the case in this tournament, he usually does take the wickets as he has today, but is always expensive too.
Slower delivery this time, outside the off stump as well. Needs to be bowling at that length consistently. Although he might vary his pace while bowling at the same length, but he has to try and keep the ball somewhere there. Does Manish Nanda. Looks to go for the big shot here. I don't think he's connected that one well, but it will still go away for a boundary. That's a good shot from Bilal, reading the slower delivery. 10 runs of the first three. When you're losing wickets from the other end, very crucial runs these.
Well, once again, a very good shot, and well, it definitely should have been Abdul Basir to bowl this over. And once again, the momentum is going in the favor of the batters. This time, the slower one. He's absolutely taken the bones out of that one. My word, what a shot by Bilal Usmani. He's turning the heat on here, and he brings up the 50 for the SGEH.
Once again, reading that slower delivery so well. He knows only one way to play, does Bilal, and that is to deposit the ball into the stands. 19 of 7. What a valuable knock this is under pressure.
Well, can he keep on carrying on? This time guided towards the leg side as they get across for a single. So last delivery of the sixth. Once again, just pushed on the offside. Well, that will now be the end of the sixth over with the score at 52 for 6.
Right then, we are two commentators. I'm Vansh, and alongside me is Piyush. We've been commentating right from day one of this German Super League. This is the eighth day, in fact. We've covered about 34 matches in this German Super League, and each and every match, as Piyush mentioned previously as well, has had its own flavor. We've seen some incredible run chases, we've seen some really bottled down chases as well. We've seen some good defending by the bowlers. We've seen hat trick chances and opportunity on the non strikers, and now, and they'll sneak in that overthrow. So, more drama here as Rehanullah takes strike.
Well, the hat trick chances have been too many, haven't they, Vansh?
Absolutely. And I still think that we do have that one good delivery of the hat trick ball. We've not seen the best of deliveries once the bowlers have been on a hat trick chance. Meanwhile, we see another boundary on the offside. But coming back to the point, I still do feel that we have one hat trick left in this German Super League. Let's hope so.
Well, I agree with you. You never know, it might be in this game. Well, the USG have played 3 games so far in this tournament, and on 2 occasions they would feel that they should have won the games. The one that they played yesterday, the first one, and then the reverse fixture of this one, as we see a swing and a miss. And once again, they found themselves in a very good position, but they have given away the momentum to Bilal Osmani, who is at the moment on 19 of 8. Well, that's the slower one, and it's been picked up straight down the ground, and that will go all the way as well. This time it's Rehanullah with the maximum.
What a shot once again, and they're missing the trick here. They haven't bowled their best bowlers, and that is really costing them now. 64 for 6, final delivery of the 7th. Sahith Reddy coming up.
Well, another full toss, and it will hit the stumps at the non-strikers end. Very unfortunate there. Although it didn't have enough power, I don't think so, to beat the fielders at long off and long on. So that is the end of the 765 for 6.
Time for the left arm seamer to come in. It's upish. And will it be taken? Yes, it will. What a catch running in from long off. Brilliantly done. I think he judged the catch quite perfectly. And it's a first ball wicket for Rahul.
Well, what a good catch. And Rahul Sanjay once again amongst the wickets. Finally, they break this partnership. And the seventh one down, 65 for 7 now after 7.1.
Rehanullah goes for 14 of 8 then. What a catch by Abdul. He's everywhere. with the bat, with the ball, and now in the field as well. Let's have a look at the catch once again, diving towards his right. He somehow managed to hold on to that one. Samuel Rahimzai, the hero of match number one today, comes into bat, and his team needs a blinder from him yet again in these last 17 legal deliveries remaining. Rahul Sanjay Bhai coming around the wicket. Oh, that's a good delivery. An inside edge onto that one. Some work needs to be done to prevent the boundary. Will only be a single. That is poor running between the wickets from Bilal.
Well, that should have been two, definitely.
That's huge. What a shot. He's dragged it from outside off. And he's playing a beautiful hand out there. 25 of 9 now. It's a mighty blow. And Rahul, I think, has to be much more fuller bowling to Bilal than this.
Well, definitely. What a shot that is. Once again, a lot of power behind it.
Slowly and steadily coming into the game, aren't they, Piyush?
This time, a big appeal. And it looks pretty close to that outside edge. Well, definitely, they are coming back. I think they are much more ahead in the game, especially if they can bat out these 10 overs with a couple of more hits. They can reach to the total of somewhere around 100. This time it's gone straight up in the air, and that is exactly what they did not need. And it's a lucky break in the end. It's a catch drop, and Bilal will survive. How crucial is that in the context of the game?
Well, it's always the keeper's catch, this one. Once you have covers, the bowler and the keeper all behind the same catch, you always prefer the ones with the gloves on. That might be a costly miss as well, as Bilal was the one who was dropped. Let's see how much he can add on to the misery of the USG bowlers.
I could not agree more with you, Vansh. And this time, right in the slot. And Samiullah has hit that one away for a six, adding insult to injury. Could have been a wicket, but instead, a strike change. And that is the moment, a big moment in the game where we might see the USG Chemnitz think about it once again later on. 79 for 7 at the end of the eighth.
Well, that's an interesting stat. The bowlers used so far, five bowlers used, all of them have been amongst the wickets. I've seen some good bowling from the USG Chemnitz side, but also one of the things that has been disappointing from them has been the fielding, and of course the fact that the cameos from the SGEH batters have just been disappointing. Here comes Abdul once again when he should have come in much more quicker. That's a dot delivery to start. Oh no, he's called that one as a wide.
Well, that's very unfortunate. I'm not sure, once again, the decision given by the umpire. Well, such is the game. It can be harsh at times.
Abdul Basir, the captain, bowling to Bilal. Here he comes again. It's a full toss, cannot get a hold on to that one. The batter just may be looking to carve it on the offside, and he's looking to find the block hole there. Is Abdul. Oh, that's a wicket for sure. No need to turn back and appeal for that one. It's as plumb as it gets. Samiullah has to depart. What a wonderful delivery from Abdul.
Well, the umpire will never get an easier decision than that one ever in his career once again. So straight, so dead on, hitting the middle stump, eighth one down. And Abdul, well, that is exactly the reason why he should have come on earlier on. Well, I feel the damage has been done. They have posted a decent total here already now, the SGEH.
Well, really, you needed to have Abdul bowling the fifth or the sixth over once the pressure was on the batting side. You can see the instant impact that he's creating. A fuller length delivery. Bilal desperately wants the strike, but he's not getting it because Abdul, well, if he gets the smallest of gaps, he just decides to go through it. And if he gets the smallest of opportunities with the ball, he really takes those opportunities as well. Ismail is the new batter. 8 wickets down. Yorker once again. Wicket once again. This is top class stuff from Abdul. Another Yorker and another wicket. He's on a hat trick now, Piyush.
Well, could this be the moment? He is definitely the best bowler in this German Super League, and he's showing us why. Have a look at the spell 3 for 3, and now an opportunity to get a hat trick. Two easy decisions for the umpire. Well, this might not be that straight as the previous one, but still it was going on to hit the leg stump. 81 for 9, and once again in danger of being bowled out here.
Well, in fact, I think there is no last batter left. So, unfortunate for Bilal that he has to be stranded at the non striker's end. And Abdul will finish with figures of 3 for 3. And the next time that he comes on to bowl, which will probably be in the next match against the Berliner Sportverein, he will be on a hat trick here. So 2 and 2 for Abdul to end the innings, and I think it is an appropriate end to an innings. 81 for the loss of 9 at 8.3 overs, and they don't have any batters left, do the SGEH, and so it will be the end of the innings at 81 for the loss of 9.
Well, having a look at the batting card, Bull Al Usmani, the pick of the batters, unbeaten, 27 of 12. Apart from him, a couple of 14s, Naeem with 14 of 5. Started off well, Rehanullah with 14 of 8. And apart from that, only the single digits. Hamid also got those 10 runs, but an exceptional bowling performance by the USG Chemnitz, who have restricted the opposition really well. As we see the bowling card, 3 wickets. Once again, Abdul Basir. Top of the charts as always, 3 for 3 in his 1.3. Surprising why didn't he come on to bowl his second over earlier on. A couple of wickets for Manish Nandakumar once again, and a couple for Sahit Reddy as well. A wicket each for the other two bowlers. As we see the graphics there, well, the white dots were the issue throughout for the SGEH. And, well, 81 is what they have posted in the end. Right, then the target will be 82 for the USG Chemnitz when they come out to chase, and we will be back for the chase in a short while from now.
Welcome back. 82 runs required of 60 balls for USG. And guess who's going to be the most important man in that run chase? It's going to be Abdul. With 82 required, he would really want to have a good power play up his sleeve. And he will take strike in this innings. SGEH bowlers have to be pinpoint in terms of those deliveries. He has to They have to make sure that Abdul doesn't get a hold of way too many shots in the first 3 overs, especially. Looks like it's going to be Hamid to start off proceedings as well for the SG Einheit Hall. Here we go. Run chase 82 needed of 60. It's edged, and had there been a slip, he would have been gone. A direct hit from the third man fielder. This is a good start for the SG Einheit Hall.
Well, a very good delivery to start off, and they will need some wickets up front and some encouraging signs for the bowler.
Well, really, some encouraging signs for the bowler for sure. Abdul would want to get some quick runs though. All he would expect or he would hope is that the bowler errs in his line and length. Oh, that's really good bowling from Hamid. This time the ball comes back in with the angle. And look at where the wicket keeper has taken that one, right on his chest. Some good bounce that he's received from the surface.
Well, that's a brilliant delivery.
Here comes Hamid once again. What will Abdul try and do now? He just tries to play it with the angle. It's uppish. And one bounce towards the fielder at fine legs. So just a single. The first run's on the board for the USG Chemnitz side.
Well, finally the first run, and well, it's a slow start. This they would have fancied themselves to get maybe 5 or 6 runs at least by now. Mohit Deshmukh on strike now. Well, these two are the players for the USG who can get the job done. This time off the batsman, as they will get across for a leg by.
Another single added. 2 runs off the first four. Need a few boundaries, as I mentioned in the power play.
Well, this time it went straight up in the air. Not sure exactly what is the bowler trying to say to the stumps. Nonetheless, that's another dot delivery. Last delivery of this first, pulled away on the leg side. And that will be another single. So that is now the end of the first. It's three without a wicket.
Here comes the new bowler. He slapped that one and it has gone for a maximum, I think. Yes, it has. Nurullah has hit that one on the offside. What a cracking shot, Piyush.
Well, sheer power onto that one. And Abdul, well, he has shown us glimpses that he can bat really well. Well, they will need these two to keep on batting if they want to give themselves any chance. Two games played today, and both the times the side chasing it have won it.
9 for none then. Nurullah bowling to Abdul. Full toss. He's not connected that one well. And it has just surpassed the fielder at mid-off. A lucky escape then for Abdul. On other days, he might just be hitting those out of the park, but this time just presented the mid-off fielder with an opportunity. But lucky escape. 13 for none now in just 8 deliveries. And this
And
time
this
I
time,
think he will be gone. Not lucky for the second time. Big breakthrough this from Nurullah. It's 1 for 10 in his figures. And he's got the big fish.
well, that is a big wicket and an early one, just what they needed. And they are now 13 for 1, the USG.
Ten runs on a wicket of the first three balls then. Krishna Mohan is the new batter who's come in to bat. 82 is the target. Need quite a few runs now. 1 for 10 for Nurullah. He'll be looking to pick up another wicket, whereas Krishna Mohan and Mohit will be looking to hit a few boundaries out there.
Krishna Mohan plays that one away on the leg side, a thick inside edge, and finds the man out there in the deep, the only one on that leg side. Well, he got out for a duck in the previous game. Will be very happy to get off the mark here. Well, they have a very tough schedule, the USG Chemnitz. They are playing 3 games today. This is the second of the third for them. This time it's been pushed on the offside for absolutely nothing. One more delivery left in this Nurullah over.
This is a good comeback after being hit for a six. The boundary that was hit after the six wasn't as convincing. Apart from that, he's bowled brilliantly.
Well, this time he connects that one down the ground. And he's cleared the ropes. A 6 to close out the over. It's an excellent shot. At the end of the second, it's 20 for 1.
What a good end to the over. 2 overs done and dusted. 20 runs on the board. 62 more required of 8. The equation is quite simple if you're a batting side. Just 8 runs and over. Even less than that, actually. Just look to complete the power play well. The USG Chemnitz, it's their game to lose from here, you might say. And if you're the bowling side, you would want wickets. And you would want wickets right away. Cannot wait for any longer than this. Equation then 62 of 48. Time for Hamid to continue. Comes over the wicket bowling to Krishna Mohan. In fact, it's Ismail coming over the wicket. Wide delivery down the leg side. You cannot be bowling those. Absolutely cannot be bowling those while defending a mere total of 82.
Well, not at all, especially when you're coming off the back of an over where your side struggled.
Another wide. This is good from the batter. And now I think Ismail will make the adjustment of coming around the wicket to the left-hander. Back-to-back wides. Not the best of starts for Ismail and his third over of the power play as well. Here he comes around the wicket. Another wide, I think. Yep, another wide outside the off stump this time. Well, you really, as a bowler, need to make a few things clear before you bowl the first delivery. And that is the length that you're going to bowl. And I think he's not sure about what length does he want to bowl. And that's why he's erring in that line as well. It's straight down the ground. It's the bottom of the bat though. Slip from the fielder at mid-off, but they'll sneak in with that single. So 4 runs have come out of absolutely nothing here, Piyush.
Well, that is the issue, isn't it? That single all of a sudden turns into a boundary and three wides. Well, a gift for the USG. And this happens usually when you have that left hand right hand combination.
Oh, that's a good delivery coming into the right-hander. They'll take the single. This is good batting. You've already got 5 runs off the first 2 balls, and you want to clip a few off your pads if they come in the next 4 and get that boundary to just complete the required run rate that's required.
Well, this time a low full toss, wanting to play that one away through the offside. Krishna Mohan doesn't quite get any kind of bat onto it, and Ismail gets away with it. Well, it's been a long over this one. This time swings and misses. Expertly bowled.
Top stuff this. After bowling those 3 wides, he's come back well.
Well, that's 3 consecutive dots now. This is really good by Ismail. He was struggling at the beginning, but he is pulling things back now. Last delivery of this third. And it will be another swing and a miss. Well, that will be the end of the power play. And just the 5 of it, even after bowling those 3 wides, it's 25 for 1 after 3.
57 needed of 42. End of the power play then. End of the 3 overs bowled as well. So, time for some interesting action on the 18th and 19th of June as well, as Billy Bowden is coming here in Berlin. What a brilliant initiative this is from the Deutscher Cricket Bund and the German Super League. You can enjoy an exclusive dinner with the legendary Billy Bowden, who's going to add some flair, some entertainment, and some action to this event as well on the 18th of June. For tickets, you can contact Mr. Deep on +49 1763 122 4497. He will be amongst the fans and he'll be enjoying the dinner. You can ask him about his legendary stories as an umpire and, of course, his famous crooked finger as well. Event partners, of course, Anchor Sports and SMW Global, who've made this possible. And if not, you can also enjoy some action on the 19th of June, Piyush, isn't it?
Well, yes, definitely Vansh, because he is not here only on the 18th, but also on the 19th, as we will have that one on the screens for you shortly. Well, there it is. The location is right there at Tegeler Citirasen in Berlin, and you can meet and greet him on that day. And once again, the event partners are the Anchor Sports and the SMW Global. Well, we are pretty much excited to have him here.
A legendary umpire, isn't he? And Berlin will, of course, be graced by his presence. Billy Bowden, the great ICC umpire, who also officiated in three World Cups. 29 for the loss of one, coming back to the game. It's a short delivery from Bilal, who's been dispatched for a boundary by Mohit off the previous delivery. And with three deliveries done and dusted, you can, of course,
And now played away on the leg side. Well, that has gone right through the fielder there. So that will be a boundary. So dot four in this over so far. And this time in to cut that one away. Beautifully bowled. Once again, just tucks it away on the leg side. So gets that single. That is the end of the fourth over. It's 34 for 148 required of the last 6 overs.
equation is quite simple. 8 runs and over required. Mohit and Krishna Mohan playing a crucial partnership. Krishna Mohan not contributing much yet. 2 of 6. And you can see 1 for 17 from Nurullah, who was expensive but picked up the wicket of Abdul. None for 5 for Ismail. None for 9 for Bilal. Have a look at that tower. In the second one, 17 and a wicket came off that. They really can finish this off quickly though, the USG Chemnitz side. Oh, that's a blistering shot, and it will go all the way. Clears long off. Excellent batting from Mohit. He moves on to the 20s now, and just 42 required with the required run rate below that 7.5 run mark.
Well, I think they heard you, Vansh. And now they are maybe thinking of getting these runs down quickly. Well, almost half the runs of what they needed. 42 required from 35 should be a walk in the park with 9 wickets in hand.
And absolutely calculated run chases is what we've seen today. A couple of them. SG Einheit Hall, of course, progressing over the USG Chemnitz side in match number 33, and then match 34, Berliner Sportverein. coming out on top against the Berlin Cricket Academy in that run chase. This time it's big. Is it long enough? Yes, it is just long enough. Back to back sixes in the first three balls of the over from Mohit, 29 of 13. I don't think he wants singles, he only wants sixes here.
That is an excellent shot. Well, 12 of the first three. And once again, another dot delivery definitely going down the leg side.
Well, you can see how smart this run chase has been. They've got a couple of sixes. Now he's just looking to nudge the ball into the gaps. But you never know with Mohit as well. He might just go once again.
Well, definitely. And we have seen this throughout this tournament so far. This time, swings and misses. The chases have improved. The way the approach has changed. They're not wanting to smash every single delivery, waiting for those bad deliveries. And that is the way to play this format as well, I feel. Last delivery of this fifth. Once again, beautifully bowled. So it will stay at 12 for the over. At the end of the fifth, it's 46 for 1.
5 overs remaining in this contest. Look at the comparison charts here. SGEH not starting in the right manner, then not having that momentum either in the innings. And have a look at the USG. That second over has absolutely turned the game in their favor, and that is what we're used to seeing in the T10 format. Just that one over is enough to win you the game if you bat sensibly for the other part around that one over as well. Required run rate of 7.2 now. It will mean that they don't necessarily have to take risks, but to increase their net run rate here, the USG might just look to finish this off quickly. Krishna Mohan on strike, Bilal to bowl. It's a short delivery, plays that one well. Should be a boundary, and yes, it will be. It's too short from the bowler, and the first delivery getting dispatched. How often have we seen that?
Well, yes, more often than not. And that also brings up the 50 for the USG. And just inching closer and closer to that first victory in this German Super League for themselves.
Bilal Usmani, the captain of the SG Einheit Hall, tried his best with the bat. Now he's, of course, trying to create that impact with the ball as well. But the 50 comes up with that boundary. Nothing going the SG Einheit Hall's way. Pitching outside the leg stump. Very animated appeal, but pitching was wrong and it was missing the leg stump as well.
Well, definitely not out.
Once again, he's manufactured that shot. It on the onside will just be a single, but really clever batting to say the least from Krishna Mohan.
Well, it definitely is. This time played away on the leg side. So once again, only a single. Well, just 29 more needed from 26. And you would feel that the USG have deserved this. They played really well in that first game. Lost out, could not chase down that 61 earlier today as well. They did really well. This time, a big appeal. Not sure what exactly it is for. Well, he wants the DRS. We don't have the DRS facility here. Well, in fact, he's claiming that it's off the glove. But I think it bounced, didn't it, Vansh?
Well, let's have a look at the replay here. Looks like it has hit his shoulder and then the wrist. Of course, the wrist not connected to the glove. Oh, that's short and that's been hit. How far? It'll spin away, but just a single to end the over then.
Well, that will be the end of the sixth. 54 for 1.
There you go, that's the card. 30 of 17. Mohit Deshmukh and his innings has proved out to be the difference in this run chase. And on the other end, 1 for 17. Nurullah Arabzai, the only one in the wicket column. SG Einheit Hall were 52 for 6 here. It's the number of wickets. 3 more wickets as they fell. It was an end to their innings. Looks like it's time for Naeem to come into the attack. Shot and played over the infield. That should be a couple of runs. If they run well between the wickets, yes, they do. Krishna Mohan is certainly accelerating now and changing his gear as he should, with so many wickets in hand and so many less runs and so less runs to achieve. You probably want him to do the hitting from one end. Not out that one, as it was, as the impact on that one was, of course, down the leg side as well. This time he's gone for the big shot and good connection on that one from Krishna Mohan. It looks so beautiful once it comes out of the left-hander's bat.
Well, class written all over that one. Just waited for it. And beautifully struck. Well, he's moved on to 16 or 14 now. And just 20 more needed. Less than a run a ball. And it seems like we will eventually see the first victory for USG Chemnitz, as this one has been played away on the leg side, straight to the man out there in the deep.
And this one might just be over now. 19 required. Couple of hits from Krishna Mohan and Mohit might just get them the victory with about 2 overs to spare if they go well with this run chase.
This time played down the ground. Once again, only a single. So he will now come around the wicket, Naeem, to the left-handed Krishna Mohan. 18 required of 19. Once again, off the bottom of the bat, takes the single. That will now be the end of the 765 for 1. 17 more required of the last 3 overs.
And what a partnership this has been. 50 plus stand between these two, Krishna Mohan and Mohit. Really good to see that both of them have done well in terms of scoring, especially Mohit 31 of 18. Krishna Mohan slowly catching up with the strike rate. He's gotten majority of the strike since the last 2 overs though. Comes the bowler. Short delivery, looking to free his arms, but just cramping him for room was the bowler on that occasion. And if you have to see at the positives for the SGEH, I think the middle order has played well today to give them that total as well, because at one stage, if I remember correctly, the SGEH were 22 for the loss of 4. And from that situation, putting out a total like 82 is still a good feat. So they'll be proud of their middle order, if at all. They have to find a few positives from this match. Here comes Hamid again. Couple of dots. It's a good shot on the offside. He's just charged at the bowler, and he'll get a good return for charging. A boundary of the third delivery. Krishna Mohan is really playing some exquisite shots now.
Wanting to get into the line of the delivery and playing that one ever so well. This time on to the leg side. And even that one will go away to the fence. So that's back to back boundaries now. And he's bringing the target down. Just 9 more needed from here on.
What a
Oh,
shot
very
that
good
one.
shot.
He's just gotten on top of the bounce here, Piyush. Probably one of the shots that we've seen in this innings.
Well, definitely. He is a very good batter. He showed glimpses yesterday, Krishna Mohan. Very unfortunate to get out earlier, get out for a duck earlier today. And this time he's been castle, whereas the commentators curse in the end. He's departs here for 26. And they eventually do get the second. Well, Hamid finds a wicket for himself with just 9 more runs required.
Well, going for one shot, way too many. But he should be happy with the kind of knock that he's played. 26 of 21. There you go. Trying to give himself room, and look at where the ball has gone. Gone away towards the boundary. Just an indicator of the kind of pace at which Hamid is bowling at.
Well, how many bowls have we seen in this German Super League, Vanch? It's not that usual because you see a lot of catches being taken whenever a batter gets out, but the maximum number of wickets, the type of the dismissal has been bowled.
Well, absolutely.
Last delivery remaining in this eighth over. And this time it's through the wicket keeper. Well, the fielder at third man is placed perfectly to stop that. And a bye is what they will get at the end of the 874 for 2, 8 more needed of the last 2 overs.
Good one in the end then. Oh, the USG, although a wicket was lost, but a good spell from Hamid Momand comes to an end. 1 for 11 in his 2. You can see how expensive the bowlers have been. Yes, the Einheit Hall at this moment was 79 for 7. They were ahead in the number of runs, but then the 2 wickets fell for just 3 runs. 2 runs, beg your pardon. And it's going to be Naeem. Just 8 runs required. Hits the pad. It'll just be a single. As we see Mohit on strike after 9 deliveries. So he's gotten the strike after a long, long time in this innings as Mohit. And he would have been itching at the non-striker's end to get the strike as well. Here comes Naeem, hits it on the leg side. There is protection on that boundary. So it'll just be one.
Well, now just a hit away. The USG Chemnitz and, well, Sangeet is on strike.
Looking to go for that quick single, Mohit. That's how desperately he wants the strike. But it wasn't on.
And he's cleaned him up. What a delivery. Well, Sangeet will have to depart here for a duck. Well, Vansh, is there a twist in this game?
Well, if you're someone from the USG, you certainly don't hope for that. Sangeet, he had just one job to do, which is to give a single to the non striker. Needs to face as many deliveries as possible. 8 balls, 6 runs required. But the bowling side will keep on fighting in this situation. Naeem with the wicket in this crucial moment of play. 1 for 12 in the 10 deliveries that he's bowled. Gurpartik is the new batter who's out to bat.
Well, just one hit away here, but a couple of more deliveries left in this over, a couple of dots, or maybe another wicket can make things interesting in that last over. We have seen the USG side struggle even in those games where they have been winning quite comfortably. You just never know. They got to believe you're the SGEH. This time heaved away onto the leg side, not quite of the middle of the bat, and they get across for a quick single.
Well, that's the smart thing to do, and that is what Sangeet should have tried. Just get a single, give Mohit the strike, get a feel of the surface. You cannot be hitting the ball from ball one. Even though you might be an experienced cricketer, you need some time out there in the middle.
Once again onto that leg side, and a direct hit was required. Well, it has gone away into the last over though. 4 required of it. It's 78 for 3 after 9.
Well, it's a good effort from the SGEH to drag this one into the final over. They've actually done quite well to take this game deep. 4 runs required of the final over.
Well, the last time I saw a bowler defending 4 runs in 6 deliveries was in the Indian Premier League. Kartik Tyagi up against the Punjab Kings. Well, he conceded only 2. So can Naheem also get his name up alongside him? Well, in fact, it's not going to be Naheem. It's going to be, I think, Nurullah to bowl this last over.
It will require something special. Starts off with a dot delivery. Pressure rising. You don't want to break this momentum as a bowler, and that's why Nurullah goes to his mark quickly as well. Another dot, and the pressure will be on the USG batters. Oh, that's edged. Do they go for the single? Yes, they do. Now it is a good opportunity, isn't it, Piyush, for Nurullah to get a few more dots as the new batter is on
Well,
strike.
well, definitely it is. But once was that going on to hit the stumps? I think he would have been in trouble there. Gurpartik with the direct hit. The wicketkeeper, he got in the way.
Edge this time, and what were we talking about? It flies away towards the boundary. USG Chemnitz register their first win today. And it's courtesy Gurpartik, who's just hit that one towards the boundary. Their first win today and their first win in the German Super League this edition, as they win by 7 wickets and 3 balls to spare. There were a few hiccups, but it was extremely good bowling by them and their captain Abdul, who has led from the front so many times in defeat or in victory, and they've thoroughly deserved this victory and the points.
Well, they definitely have, and they have been waiting for it. Into the fourth game of the German Super League. In this match number 35, they win for the first time. And they have another game coming up. They would be wanting to continue in similar kind of momentum. got a bit nervy in the end, but got themselves home.
A good friendship between the two sides as well. We've seen these two sides face off against each other twice now today, and it's 1-1 when it comes to head to heads. The SG Einheit all chasing it down in the first match today, and then the USG Chemnitz winning by 7 wickets while chasing a total. All three matches which have happened today have been won by sides who've batted second. So probably a trend for the USG Chemnitz and Berliner Sportverein, who are about to face off next. But the scorecard 34 of 22 for Mohit Deshmukh, who stood there like a solid rock. 26 of 21 for Krishna Mohan, and of course the winning runs from Gurpreet Gill as well. Whereas the bowlers, 1 for 11 for Hamid, bowled extremely well with the new ball and then one over in the middle. 1 for 22 for Nurullah, who was a touch disappointing with his economy rate. 1 for 14 for Naeem as well. Over number 2, changing the entire course of this match. 17 runs, although it fetched the wicket of Abdul, but I think it had done the damage then, as they only required 8s to win this match. USG winning the toss, electing to have a bowl first, put SGEH into bat. 81 bowled out, 27 of 12 for captain Bilal Usmani. Both the captains actually played quite well. You can see both the captains in the top row. Abdul Basir, 3 for 3. An exquisite bowling performance from him in the 9 deliveries that he's bowled. But the USG Chemnitz win this match by 7 wickets and 3 balls to spare. We'll see you for the next match in about 30 minutes from now.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back in the German Super League. We are all set for match number 36. And it's the USG up against the BSV. The last game of the four to be played today. And another cracking contest. Well, the BSV win the toss, select to field first, continuing with the trend that we have had today. We will wait and see how this one pans out. A very good game in store for us. As we see the lineups, well, the BSV, we are not able to see too many players out there. Not sure what is the issue, but we will have that covered for you. Right then, the first ball is a wide delivery. Not the best of the starts by the bowler. This time it's gone through everybody, but won't quite find the fence. But once again, straight to the fielder. So, not quite able to get those boundaries in here at the moment. Once again, a very good delivery by Murli. The next time, another dot delivery. Mohit is yet to get to the mark up alongside Abdul. Both these batters batted really well in the previous game, especially Mohit. As we see another wide. This time he heaved away onto the leg side, but once again protection out there in the deep. Well, this time a big appeal and given. That's a big wicket in the very first over. It's Abdul who will have to depart, and first blood has gone towards the BSV. Just the kind of the start that they were hoping for. This time behind square, the chase is on, and I think he's kept it in. Well, no, he hasn't. The umpire signals it as a four. The first boundary coming in the game. It's 8-1 after the end of the first. And Kuldeep will continue in the second over. He starts off by bowling a full toss. It's been played away on the leg side. And now the awkward bounce of the surface. Beautifully bowled. And he's asking for a wide there. Krishna Mohan won't be given. And this time played down the ground. And it's beaten the fielder inside the circle. Won't quite find the fence. And they get across for a couple of more runs. This time heaved away onto the leg side. And finds the boundary. Second one for Krishna Mohan. And that will be a swing and a miss. Excellent delivery once again. Last delivery remaining in the second over. And that will be another dot. So good bowling by Kuldeep. At the end of the second, it's 15-1. Well, the last over of the power play now. Well, that's a swing and a miss. It's gone right through. Murli is bowling superbly well here. Another wild swing and a miss. And that will be a swing and a miss too. Good bowling this by Murli. Up against the left-handed Krishna Mohan. And they're keeping things tight here, the BSV. 16 for 1. The USG after 2.4 overs. And this time it will be a wide, just outside that guideline. This time an appeal. And it's been given. But in fact, it's cleaned him up. That is the second one gone. 17 for 2 now. This has been some brilliant bowling by Murli. 17 for 2 now. Well, the last delivery of this power play. And they get across for a single. So that is now the end of the third. It's 18 for 2, and the BSV are right on top. Well, there is a small announcement for all of you out here. As you can see it on your screen out here, you have the opportunity to meet the legendary umpire Billy Bowden, the ever so famous, the man who is in this sport more than 20 years. He will be out here in Berlin, and tomorrow night he will be at the Hauback House, and you can have an evening with Billy Bowden exclusive dinner, and you can also register yourself scan the QR code which is on your screen right now, and if you want to find the QR code somewhere else, you can also find it on the Instagram handle of the Deutscher Cricket Bund. As we continue now in this fourth over, well, the fun doesn't get over there. He will be back on the 19th as well. We will have that up shortly for you on the screen, as you can see there. He will be at the Tegeler Siterasen in Berlin, and you have the opportunity to meet and greet him, know a lot more about him. The ICC umpire who has been in this game for years and years, the Kiwi. Well, this time it's gone straight up in the air. And it will land safely, is it? Well, no, it has been taken. And that's the third one gone. Well, they're losing wickets after wickets here. And the USG, well, they're in deep trouble now. 18 for 3 after 3.2. Well, Sangeet Udyan comes in here at number 5. They need someone to consolidate the innings here now. As he straight away pushes that one on the offside, gets the single in. Well, Mohit Deshmukh has been struggling here, 2 of 6. Will that be given as a wide? Yes, it will be. So an extra run and has to re-bowl that one. Now it's been swung away on the leg side. Takes that single. Well, no boundaries are coming in here. They have dried up completely in this innings. And the USG, well, they are way behind in this game at the moment, they would feel. This time short, pulled away. Hasn't quite found the gap once again, only a single. And now he has connected this one. This might go far, or the fielder underneath. Well, the fielder is underneath, and he has been taken. So that's another one gone. Second one in the over for Kuldeep. And Mohit Deshmukh, who batted really well in the previous game, departs here 22 for 4 now at the end of the fourth over. We continue now in this fifth over, and that one has gone away for five wides. Would you believe it? After gaining so much of momentum, Gurpreet has given away some runs here. Well, what an exceptional over that was by Bharatwaj. Hardly giving away anything, just the 4 runs. It's 39 for 4 now at the end of the sixth over. Well, that's a swing and a miss and an appeal. And it will be given. The umpire's finger has been raised, and Manish Kumar Nanda will also have to depart. Half the side gone back in the pavilion, 39 for 5. And the struggles for the USG Chemnitz keep on continuing. Gurpreet the man with that wicket. Well, Sahit Reddy has come in here at number 7. That's a short delivery and it's gone past everybody, even the wicket keeper. As they get across for a couple of more runs. Well, once again, the wicketkeeper was up, but the umpire wasn't. This time they get across for a quick single, but that will now be the end of the seventh. It's 46 for 6. As we can see, the batting guard, well, the highest are the extras, would you believe it? 14 of those conceded. And Krishna Mohan, the only batter who got into double figures, scoring those 10 runs. And they've really struggled here, as you can see, the fall of wickets as well. And 2 wickets each for Murli and Kuldeep Singh, one for Gurpreet. Well, Paritosh comes in here at number 4. I beg your pardon. Paritosh comes in here to bowl this over number 8. And he is the bowler number 5th for the BSV. Well, that is good piece of fielding out there in the deep. saving some certain runs for his side as they get across for a couple of runs. This time played on the leg side. Once again, only a single. This time short, picked up inside out and finds that boundary. Sahit Reddy, the second batter to get into the double figures. Excellent shot. And the score is moving into the northern direction of 14 more deliveries left. Can they get to somewhere around 80 from here on? Well, this time picked up on the offside. And once again, only a single though. Not quite able to find that boundary. Last delivery in this eighth over. 9 have come of it so far. And that will make it 15, is it? Or it will stay at 9? It will stay at 9. It's a wicket for Paritosh of the last delivery of the over, and Sangeet departs here for 9. 55 or 6, the USG in big trouble. Well, they've played 4 games so far in this tournament. They've lost 3 and could be in on road, in fact, for another defeat here. 2 more overs left in the innings. They need some runs. Well, another one comes and another one goes. Bharatwaj continuing in this ninth takes another wicket. 7th one gone for the USG. And this time it is Sahit Reddy. Another set batter gone. Right, then the new man in is Harshvardhan coming in here at number 9. And he's cleaned him up. 2 and 2 for Bharatwaj. Another one gone. Well, they might be in some trouble here now. They have lost their 8th wicket. And they could be bowled out here too. Well, it's been cut away. Eldos gets off the mark pretty much straight away. Once again, another bowler comes in on a hat trick and doesn't quite get a hat trick. Well, Rahul Sanjay Bhai is the one on strike now. Two is the call, and they will get two. The two left arm spinners combining here with the bat. That will be another dot to close it out at the end of the ninth. It's 58 for 8. And the USG just not quite able to progress here. Well, Lokeshwaran is bowling this last over, surprisingly enough. And that is a swing and a miss. Four more deliveries left. But once again, bowling that short stuff, not targeting the stump, surprisingly enough. And has that crossed the rope? Well, I don't think so. The fielder does really well as they come back for the second. Well, three more deliveries left. And Rahul Sanjay Bhai is eyeing that leg side. Once again, beautifully bowled. Outstanding piece of bowling this by Lokeshwaran. Once again, almost on target, almost crashing onto the stump. This is exceptional by Lokeshwar, and well, he has been very expensive throughout this tournament, but not quite so. In this over, he's conceded just three, bowling the last one of the innings now. And he has hit the target. He will get the wicket eventually of Rahul Sanjabhai. 61 for 9 is where they will finish the USG, and they have been struggling. And the target for the BSP, well, it's only 62, and they would fancy themselves to chase it down quite comfortably. As we see the wicket there, the stumps once again all over the place. And that is what you have to bowl in the German Super League, haven't don't you? You need to hit the target. Well, as you can see, the batting card, only a couple of batters getting into the double figures, and the highest being the extras. 14 of those. No one scored more than the extras, would you believe it? 11 for Sahit Reddy and 10 for Krishna Mohan. But apart from that, only the single digit Sangeet being the third highest with those 9 runs. And the bowling card, have a look at that. 9 wickets taken, 2 each for Murli Kurdeep and Bharatwaj, and a wicket each for Gurpreet, Paritosh, and Lokeshwaran. Well, how often do we see every single bowler chipping in with wickets? It's been brilliant, to say the least. As you can see, the fifth over being the biggest, 13 came off it. And apart from that, all those small towers. 9 was the second highest, and their innings didn't quite get going at any point of time, apart from that fifth over. Right then, the target for the BSV will be 62 when they come out to chase, and we will be back for the chase in a short while from now. Alrighty then, we are back here for the chase. The target is 62 for the BSV, and this is the last of the 4 games to be played today. And after this one, there are only 4 more games left in the league stages of the German Super League. Before we head into that final day on Friday the 19th, I'm your commentator Piyush Nathani once again for this game, and have been throughout this tournament so far in every single game. Well, once again, without a doubt, it will be Abdul Basir to start off with the new ball. He is the fastest, if not one of the fastest bowlers in this tournament. And he would be wanting to knock a few over early on because they have only 61 on the board as they try to defend these runs. On the other hand, the BSV would be thinking, get this done quickly. It is a big opportunity. Try and up the net run rate as well. They have had their ups and downs in this tournament so far. Right then, here we go. Ball number 1 of the chase, and it's gone right through, and that's gone away to the boundary. How unfortunate is that for Abdul Basir, and how unfortunate is that for the USG? What a start! What a blistering delivery straight up. Once again, just beats the batter for pace, and it's gone through everybody. Even the wicketkeeper couldn't quite get across. Well, in fact, it's been given as runs off the bat. Darshak, who has the highest individual total in this tournament so far, is batting here. Scored 73 in that game earlier on. 73 not out in that match number 34 of just 28 deliveries. He was absolutely brilliant in that chase. As you can see, the captain Abdul Basir bowling with the new ball. Well, Darshak would be wanting to get these runs down quickly. That's another swing and a miss. My word, how close was that? They need the wicket of Darshak early. He is the key player, and he gets a couple of dots here now. Have a look at that. Have a look at that. Another exceptional in swinging delivery. He's enjoying himself out there. He is absolutely brilliant with the new ball. Well, this time he does connect. Does Darshak, and it's in the gap as well. Well, that is how good he is. Two very good players playing up against each other here. And Darshak gets his second boundary. Well, if Darshak bats even the 4 overs, this game will be done and dusted. That is how good he is. That is how powerful he is. Even with someone like Abdul Basir operating. Last ball of this first over. And he's pushed it back to the bowler. Well, that is now the end of the first. Well, not quite so. He's given away an overthrow. Unnecessary, and Darshak will retain the strike It's 9 without a wicket. They already need less than a run a ball. Well, Sangeet will continue now in the second over. And that one will be a wide down the leg side. Well, this time he drives and drives that one really well. It's beaten the fielder inside the circle, but there is protection out there in the deep, who will keep it down to 1. And now, for the first time, we will see Bharatwaj on strike. Now this time played away on the leg side by Bharatwaj. And he gets off the mark and brings Darshak back on strike. And that is another wide by Sangeet. He has conceded quite a few runs here. 4 of those to be precise, halfway through it. And three of those coming in terms of wides. In fact, he's conceded 5. And now through the offside, picked up. Well, he will punish you if you keep on giving him those extra deliveries. That is an excellent, excellent shot. Beautiful bit of timing on that one. Well, this time wanting to play through the leg side. Sangeet appealing for it, but he knows that even the impact was outside the leg stump. Last ball remaining in the second over. And he wants to go again. He misses out on the opportunity to try and pick it up on the offside. That is the end of the second. 20 without a wicket. And Bharatwaj will be on strike for the next over. Well, Abdul is continuing. He is a fiery, fiery bowler, isn't he? And this time he's beaten the batter. Darshak is back on strike here with 41 required of 46. Well, it has to be a walk in the park, isn't it, for the BSV? Trying to chase down this low total. Well, once again, beautifully bowled. Right on the money. And Abdul Basir, well, pretty rarely he goes out without taking a wicket. And how would he love the wicket of Darshak? Well, it will not help them get back into the game, but it will definitely push the game back a little. If Darshak will stay out there, he will pretty much chase it down in 5 to 6 overs. If he does get out, they might have the opportunity to make it, maybe take it to the seventh, eighth over, maybe even the ninth. This time, it's driven down the ground. That's an excellent shot. Well, the mid-off was inside the circle. Doesn't quite reach the boundary there. Very unfortunate for him. And they take only a single on that occasion. Would you believe it? Ball watching for a moment. And he continues to bowl at more than 140 clicks here. Does Abdul. This time guided towards the fielder at third man. In fact, given as wides by the umpires, so two more runs, and Darshak is back on strike. Coming around the wicket now, and Darshak guides that one towards the fielder at third man. Happy to take the single, happy to negotiate with Abdul here, not wanting to do anything fancy. Last ball remaining in this third over. And Bharatwaj is on strike. Well, last ball for Abdul Basir as well. Well, it's been interesting the way he has captained and chosen to bowl himself, because at times where he should have bowled two back to back, he hasn't. And maybe this was the opportunity to try something different. This time he's gone high up in the air. This could be a catch. It is. So he does get a wicket eventually of the last ball of his spell. And Bharatwaj, well, he will have to depart. Just the 2 runs for him. And it's 25 for 1 now in this pursuit of 62. 37 still more required of the remaining 7 overs. And Abdul Basir, well, he's bowled out and he has got a wicket. He has eventually got his man. Not quite Darshak, but Bharadwaj nonetheless. Well, with that wicket, I may recall on what you might see tomorrow night and on Friday night. You might get the opportunity to meet the legendary umpire Billy Bowden. As you can see, tomorrow night he will be at the Hawback House, and an opportunity to have an exclusive dinner with Billy Bowden, the legendary umpire. A lot of stories to be told by him, and you can have a good chat with him. And to go to that place, you will have to scan on the QR code that is present on your screen, and you can also find that QR code also on the Deutscher Cricket Instagram handle. As we see a dot delivery there. Well, the party doesn't continue there. It will go on up until on the 19th as well. As on the 19th, he will be at the Teglier Sitirasen, and you will get the opportunity to meet and greet him. And once again, the event partners, we thank them. It is the Event Sports and the SMU in partnership with them, and it is a big, big opportunity for all the cricket fans out here in Germany, out here in Berlin. Well, in fact, even in Germany, you can just drive down and have the chance to meet the legendary umpire who has been in the game for more than 20 years now and still going strong. Well, Manish Nanda is continuing now in this fourth over, and there is three consecutive dot deliveries. So a good over this so far. 37 more needed from 39. And this time he has missed his run up there, it seems. Well, this time he does connect it and he finds that boundary that he was searching for. When he wants to deal in boundaries, he wants to play those big shots as Darshak, and that will help him. Brilliant, brilliant shot through the offside after those three dots. And once again, just wanting to continue with the onslaught. Well, Paritosh has joined him out here in the middle, coming in here at number 3. We forgot about him thanks to Billy Bowden. Well, who isn't excited to see him? Well, the last day we will have the semi-finals and the finals, but the show stealer will be the legendary umpire Billy Bowden. Right then, two more deliveries left for Manish Kumar Nanda. Well, Darshak is wanting to get these runs down quickly. Once again, just played away on the leg side for a single. In fact, he's coming back for the second straight away. He turned and he was ready, and it's an appeal, and it will be a run out. Well, would you believe it? There was no need at all to come back for the second for Darshak. And it seems like he is blaming Paritosh out there for it. Nonetheless, that's the second one gone for the BSV. And Darshak, well, it will slow down the innings for the BSV here. An unnecessary run out is what it is. 30 for 2 after 3.5. And the USG just trying to push the game forward here. Well, in comes Kuldeep Singh at number 4. Two new batters at the crease. And that's a superb delivery by Manish Kumar Nanda. Well, just the 4 runs. In fact, just the 5 runs coming off the over, and that wicket, the run out of Darshak at the end of the fourth. That's 30 for 2. 32 required of the last 6 overs. Right then, 32 required from 36. And Sahith Reddy is going to continue with the ball. Well, nicely driven by Paritosh, and he gets off the mark pretty much straight away. Well, just 31 more needed. It's just a matter of time before they get these runs down, the BSV. Well, it has been a brilliant tournament so far, hasn't it? The German Super League into match number 36 now. Just the 4 more games left in the league stages. This time guided by Kuldeep. Once again, just played away on the leg side. Once again, just pushed on the offside. Well, just having a closer look at the points table. And the BSC Rebug and the Burn Cricket, they're right on top. Well, we will have to see tomorrow on which 4 teams can realistically make it to that semi final. It can be a pretty close call for the third and the fourth place sides. Well, once again, nonetheless, it's been a brilliant over by Sahith Reddy. Just the 3 runs, 1 more left. And he's played that one well, and he's found that boundary that they were searching for in this over. That's an excellent shot. And 37 for 2 now at the end of the 25 required of the last 5 overs. The asking rate has gone down to 5. Well, that one will be a wide outside that guideline. And now the reverse sweep attempted. Well, where has that one come from? And will that find the fence? Yes, it does. Four more runs to the total, easing the target down. Just 20 more required from here on. That will be another wide. Well, now a thick outside edge, and the wicketkeeper, well, he got a hand to it. He does well in the end, but it would have been a spectacular catch had he held on to it. This time a low full toss. It's been driven on the offside. And they get across for a single. And now he goes big. My word, what a connection that is. Sweet, sweet sound of the bat right off the middle. Perfect timing. And brings up the 50 in some style. A monster from Kuldeep. Well, this one definitely went the furthest in terms of height. Absolutely smokes that one. And now down the ground. He will find the fielder at long on, only a single. And that is also the end of the sixth. That's 51 for 2 for the BSV. Right then, just 10 more needed now. And Paritosh is on strike. Well, they would be wanting to finish it off in this over itself. The BSV. Well, Paritosh goes big. Has he cleared the fielder? Yes, he has, only by just. And now gets the BSV into touching distance. Just 4 more required. Well, it's been a very professional chase out here. They've got it down really well. Well, now through the leg side, has he found the gap? Oh, you bet he has. That is the end of the game. It's been a brilliant chase by the BSV. They win this game by 8 wickets and 21 balls to spare. Well, it has been a day where all 4 games we have seen the side chasing, winning it and winning it quite comfortably. A brilliant, brilliant performance this by the BSV, and that's the 4th defeat for the USG. 5 games into this tournament, and only one won out of those. Well, they do have the toughest of the routes, of course. And now just the four more games left in the league stages tomorrow before that big final day on Friday, where the semi-finals will start at 9:30 a.m. local time. The first one at 9:30, the second one at 11:30, and then that final at 3:30 in the afternoon. The big one of the German Super League. We are not far now from reducing the number of sides that we have. We had 10 at the start of the tournament. It will be only down to 4 after tomorrow. As we see the BSV side win this one quite comfortably, the Berliner Sportverein. Well, let's have a look at the batting card. Well, 23 for Darshak. He got out though. Only the 2 runs for Bharatwaj and 13 not out for Kuldeep. 17 for Paritosh to finish the game off in the end. 10 runs of the last two deliveries is what we saw. No one else really required for them as they win this game quite comfortably. As we can see the bowling card, just the one wicket taken by the bowler. The second one was a run out, and once again, without a doubt, it was Abdul Basir. 2 overs, 1 for 14 for him. The other bowlers not quite able to put any kind of impact into this game. As you can see the graph, the sixth over being the biggest, 14 came off it, 11 of the second. Those two white dots in over number 3 and 4 did not make too much of a difference because the target was always a short one for the BSV. Right then, the match summary: the BSV won the toss, elected to field first, and that decision proved to be the correct one. 61 for 9 is all they posted the USG, and in response, the BSV cruised through to victory, chasing it down in only 6.3 overs and win this game by 8 wickets and 21 balls to spare. Well, that was it from match number 36, and you can have a look at some of the highlights, meanwhile, of that innings. Well, those were some of the highlights of that innings. Well, what is there in store for us tomorrow then? Just the four more games in the league stages left. We will have a look at the games coming up tomorrow shortly. And there it is, match number 37. Well, once again, it is going to be the USG Chemnitz who will start off. They will be playing up against the Berlin Cricket Academy. And both the sides, well, in fact, the USC Chemnitz once again are going to play 3 games in a row. And first, they are with the Berlin International Cricket Academy. Second, with the Berlin Cricket Academy. Third, with the Britannia Cricket Club. And then the last game of all, the Berlin Cricket Academy up against the Britannia Cricket Club. And that will conclude our league stages in this German Super League, the inaugural season, of course. Well, nonetheless, once again, we will start off at 9:30 a.m. local time tomorrow. Do join us, and thank you for joining in today. I was your commentator Piyush Nathani. Until tomorrow, goodbye.